that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. All you that want to keep his commandments going to come to everlasting life. But such as leave it shall die. You leave commandments of the Most High, you're going to die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. See? Walk in the presence of the light of the law. Because if you have light, you're not going to be in what? Darkness. You're not going to be ignorant anymore. You're going to be illuminated. So, keeping the commandments leads to everlasting life. Say, walk in the presence of the light thereof. That's why I also told you in Proverbs 6 and 23. It comes back to this. Always. Doing what he say do. His rules and regulations. Just like you follow rules and regulations in Esau's kingdom. Or wherever you are in the world. You got to follow the law of the land. They teach you that. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. See? If you have light, that's why it says in Isaiah 8 and 20. Since the light is the law, that's what it says. You wonder why they don't, you have in the Bible, they just start going crazy and tell you to prove what they're saying. They can't prove it. Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. They don't have the commandments of the Most High. They don't have this light in them. They can't be illuminated. If they're not illuminated, then you're going to be in what? Darkness. Isaiah 60 and 2. That's why people fall into this trap. That's why I say go to the rebellious house of Israel. They don't know, but they still going to act like everything is okay. For behold, the darkness or ignorance shall cover the earth, and gross darkness, gross ignorance, the people. But the Most High shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Through his precepts you get understanding, people. They're going to sway away from this. Just the way it is, it's like this, it's the way it is, forever and ever and ever. The thoughts of the mind are also called spirits. Ezekiel 11. Like I said, when I start going to this, like, wow, the spirit is bringing a lot. Ezekiel 11 and 19. And I will give them one heart, one mind. I will put a new spirit within you. I will take the stony heart out of their flesh and will give them an heart of flesh. Yeah, because you're going to take that rebellion away from us. You're going to give us a heart of flesh and not of stone. What is that? The Spirit of the Most High, which is going to be the Word of the Most High. So the thoughts of your mind, remember the heart is the mind, we read that in Mark 7:21. So the heart, the spirit of your mind is going to be changed to the Word of the Most High, and through the Word of the Most High. Remember, so you're going to be cleaned up. You'll stop doing the things that are contrary to the Word of the Most High. The Spirit that will be placed in us is the Word of the Most High. Look at Romans 8 and 6. And that's what you see, we as Hebrew Israelites, you see that's coming. It's in us. You know, people try and go against what it is that has already been set up. But we have different sets of Israelites. That's what brothers don't understand. Those that come against those that are, we that are teaching primarily the same. The one thing about it, hopefully you're not out there by yourself when this all go down, because the Most High has his hand in this. And if you eliminate the Most High to think that he's only dealing with you, then you off. We know in part and prophesy in part. He ain't gave it to no one man or no one entity, no one city, or no one in one of these cities. We know in part and we prophesy in part. And I challenge you, you better humble yourself before you be visited of the Most High. Because his wrath is coming down, like Ezekiel said. What did he say? He ain't seen nothing but wailing. He's saying lamentations and mourning and woe, destruction. Most High didn't get our attention until he started killing people. When he start killing people, then they wake up and they wonder, what's going on? Oh, they start hollering. You know how you feel when you go to a funeral? There's somebody in that castle that you know, how that feeling that you have, or you find out that somebody you love died, or you seen them murdered, you seen them, put to death, or you see them die. And you got to go visit them in death. That's a heck of a feeling. But when it's massive murders, he get our attention. I don't know what it's going to take. But it's on the rise, y'all. Believe that. Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death. To be carnally minded is death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You know why? Because you're going to be thinking about what's right and what's wrong. Well, that's right and what's wrong. According to the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. What would please him? Will you be pleased with this, or will you not be pleased with this? If I do this, do you ever think, okay, if I do this, how would the Most High feel about it? Am I being rebellious? How do I do to lift someone up instead of bringing people down because you down? Like that old saying, misery loves company. You know what it said? For to be carnally minded is death. So, to be carnally minded, you ain't think about what's right according to the Most High, or what you should do and shouldn't do. All you thinking about is yourself. 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 To be carnally minded, you ain't thinking about what's right according to the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace, because you're going to be thinking about, to the law of the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, because there's no light in them. You're going to be thinking about that light. You want to be illuminated. You want to make sure that you're shining bright. Who cares about man, woman, and child, or whoever cares about how you are here on this wicked earth? It's about how the Most High look at you. You want to fulfill Job 5 and 19? When all this destruction happened? And you ain't pleased with the Most High? Do you think you're gonna laugh at famine and destruction when it comes? I don't think so. It ain't gonna happen. Everybody following you, it ain't a Mashiach Yahushua that they following. You just throw him in there now and throw him under the bus, as they say. And you think now and then you're gonna come and mention them or deal with him. Say, you confess me before man, I confess you before the Most High and before my angels. You hear what he said? And we read with them spirits, them angels right here on the earth, ready for the commandment, ready for that order to bring that destruction on you. That's what I'm trying to prevent. But some of you don't know. That's the only way you're going to really, I guess, wake up. Look. Verse 7. Romans 8 and 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. You at war with the Most High. When you thinking whatever you want to do, I can do whatever I want to do, you automatically at war with the Most High. Enmity means you at war against the Most High. You hear that? In Hebrews 10:31, look. You at war with the Most High. Okay, now you at war. Hebrews 10:31. With the Most High? You against him? You against him. It says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. Hebrews 12:29. For our power is a consuming fire. So to be carnally minded, especially all you that have been coming to class or you've been in the truth for all these years and so forth, and you still carnally minded, you better be an Israelite 24/7. You better be spiritually minded, thinking about what's right according to did you please the Most High in the things you do? If not, you carnally minded. He said, for our power is a consuming fire. And what that fire gonna do to you? Yeah. Ezekiel 22:20. You're consuming fire. He says this. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. You see? As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you. But understand, overstand, who we talking about? The Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He ain't playing. It's all here. What part of that you don't understand? He's a consuming fire. And when he bring it on, it's going to be on. For real, for real. Don't play with the Most High. So you can't, when you don't follow after his word, you're not following after the spirit.